Okay, so we are going to continue. This is going to be part 7. And now we are going to talk about quotient rule. Now, you guys remember what's quotient? Quotient means division. So this is going to be the rule for division. When you divide powers, what do we do? So we just did multiplication before. And when you multiply, you add the exponents, right? So when you divide powers, you are going to subtract the exponents. So let me show you how. For example, if you have 4 to the third times 4 to the second, this is multiplication. When you multiply, we add. So that will be 3 plus 2, 5. Now let's say you have division now. And on the bottom we have, crazy dog. Okay, so we have here 4 to, let's say, 4 to the fourth. Okay, so on the top we have a multiplication, but now we have a 4 to the fourth on the bottom. Okay, and this is what you're going to do. I'm going to show you with expanded form, so you will clearly see what's going to happen here. I'm going to expand my top. I have 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the bottom, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now that I have expanded, what I'm going to do is, we know we can simplify when we have the same number on the top and the bottom. We simplify. So 4 and 4 cancels out. 4 and 4 cancels out. 4 and 4, 4 and 4, and you are left with 1 4. So the answer will be 4 to the power of 1. Or you can just write 4, because the 1 here is invisible. Now, how do we get to the answer of 1 if you have these two numbers? We are going to subtract the top 5 minus the bottom 4. 5 minus 4 will give you 1. Okay? So let's look at another example. Well, first, press pause and make sure you copy that, please. Pause it. Okay, now you're back. Now, let's look at another example. We have 3 to the 8th over 3 to the 6th, for example. Now, you don't have to do the expanded all the time, okay? Right now, we're just going to do it because we're learning this. So, we need to see where things come from. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I have 8 threes. On the bottom, I need 6. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, since the top and the bottom are the same bases, you could simplify top and bottom, and you are left with 2 of them. So it is 3 to the second, because there's 2 of them, or you could say 3 times 3, 9. Okay? 3 to the second or 9. I would write both answers. Okay? 3 to the second is with the power, and 9 is just the total of 3 to the second. Now, what would you do if you have different numbers? For example, 4 to the third times 5 to the fourth over 4 to the second times 5 to the second. Okay, same thing as multiplication. When you multiply, you keep the base and you add the exponents. When you divide, keep the base. Okay, make sure you write this in your notes. Keep the base. So in this case, my base is 4. And subtract the exponent. So 3 minus 2 is 1. I'm going to do this also. Keep the base. So I have 4 and 5. And we are going to subtract the exponents. 4 minus 2 equals 2. That's it. That's your answer. Okay, so let's write down in our notes, please. When dividing, same bases, comma, what are we gonna do? Keep the base. Keep the base, okay? So you keep the base. In this case, we keep the 4 right here. Keep the base and keyword right here, subtract. Subtract the exponents. Okay, so we keep the base and we subtract the exponents. So 3 minus 2 gives you 1. 4 minus 2 gives you 2. But you are keeping the bases. Okay, so you could pause it, take notes, and then come back and try a couple problems. All right, let's try this one. As you can see on the top, you have 3 to the second and 3 to the first. Remember, if you don't see anything right away, add the 1, the invisible one. So I'm going to put those 3's together. So I have 3 to the power of 3 and 4 to the power of 3. Okay? On the bottom, nothing to combine. 3 to the 6 and 4 to the power of 1. Okay, so now I'm going to do my division and I'm going to do term by term. First, I'm going to do the 3's. So I'm going to keep the base 3 and I'm going to subtract the exponents. What's 3 minus 6? 3 minus 6 is negative 3. Negative 3. Next one. What's 3 minus 1? Notice that is the top number minus the bottom number. Okay? 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 equals 2. So right here, base 4, my power will be 2. And remember what I told you, when you get to the final answer, try not to leave your answer with a negative power. This guy has a negative power, so it will be a great idea if we write it one more time. The 4 to the second is okay, has a positive power, so stays there. But this guy right here, we would bring it downstairs, and all that's going to change is the negative power becomes positive, and that's it. If you were to solve this or evaluate one more step, you have 4 to the second, which is 4 times 4 is 16, and 3 to the third, which is 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. You might want to write that if they ask you to do that. Otherwise, you could just leave your answer like that as exponents.